Lancers and the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. So, Carl, a lot of great ball players here. We're going to have prayer, and then we'll have this ball game. We'll announce the lineups. Well, I tell you, I thought we were going to have a prayer. We thought we were earlier as well. They're going to read through the entire lineup. We're going to talk to you a little bit here about each of these starters. First of all, for the California Baptist University, the Lady Lancers, starting at guard is Leslie Vodiska, a 5'6" senior from Monterey Park, California. Then from Australia, Maroochydore, Australia, number 11, Amy Brown. She's a 5'11" senior at the guard position. Number 14, a great athlete, 5'8" senior from Phoenix, Arizona, is Simone Holmes. Another senior, number 22, the point guard, Mariah Hicks from Springfield, Missouri. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Lancers, number 32 is Jasmine Beverly, a 5'11" senior from Houston, Texas. The head coach of California Baptist is Jared Olson, the head coach. Julia Smith is the assistant. Jessica Case also assisting. And now for your starters for the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. By the way, were the at-large bid as they were defeated by Oklahoma Christian University in their regional finals. California Baptist, of course, being the West champion. Southern Nazarene led by the starters, number 4, Umu Chom, a 6-foot senior at guard averaging 20 points per game. Number 10 is Amanata Fall at 6'4". She's a sophomore center averaging 13.2 points per game. Number 13, Katie Beebe, a senior at 5'9", a guard, 5 foot and 5 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, and 3.4 assists per game. Number 22 is Ashley Hutchings, a 5'3" freshman guard. She is averaging 3.2 points per game. She started in 11 games this season and played in 26. Rounding out the starters, number 24, Annie Kasango, 13.9 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, a 6'2" senior. As we look back in this tournament, Carl, it's been an interesting road for both of these teams. Southern Nazarene having an overtime game, and I guess California Baptist having a little easier road getting here.
You're looking at two different styles of play. Southern Nazarene University features a 6'4" sophomore center, Amanita Fall, one of the more athletic 6'4" people you'll ever see. Long and strong and tough to take the ball inside on. If you look over at the California Baptist University team, they're scrappy. And got to be impressed with the way that they have gotten here. Jasmine Beverly has done an excellent job. Great hustle inside. Looking for an exciting game to end this tournament. We'll crown a champion here tonight.
Well, we see, as we said, these two teams, a little different style. Southern Nazarene is a very quick team. They've averaged 73 points per game. And we're going to have the national anthem now, as we've had before each of our national tournaments, national championships, the men and now the women.
enjoyed that deceptive cadence moving into the ending there, John. Very nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, I'd say it was even better than the men's game because we added a fourth voice into the quartet. That was a trio for the men and now a quartet. So we'll see what happens here. And I don't know if they can top that last game, a last 0.1 second shot, not a last second, but a 0.1 second shot on the game for the men's championship. Shorter University sending it into overtime and coming out the winners. So the ladies coming out here, we've got some great ball players. Every one of these players has a different strength, and we're going to see some athletic ability, as you said. A 6'4" player here who can dribble the ball, who can go inside, who can do all kinds of things. On the other side, you have some great shooters, some great speed. Anxious to see how it comes out. So here we are. The referee steps in.
This is the culmination of a season of hard work.
Ball tapped up is a little bit higher than they thought. So here we go. Ball brought down by California Baptist. Amy Brown down to Holmes. Beverly guarded by Fall. Hicks out front. She'll run the offense. Now Vodiska. She can do the same.
Man-to-man defense to start things off.
And a kicked ball there by Kasongo. 19. In the first 40 seconds, you see the tight defense by Southern Nazarene.
Both teams will probably have some nerves to work through here at the beginning of the game, John.
A little smaller crowd here for this last game, the last championship of the day and the year. Simone Holmes comes in. That's going to be a Fall with a rebound. She's going to get a bunch of those. Quick pass.
Because of Fall.
Quick pass all the way down the floor. Kasongo puts it up and in.
Beautiful run out. Recognition of the open player at the other end. Long pass. Score it.
Here the chant of D up again. Fall there. Beverly drives up and under and puts it in.
Beverly created a little space up and under the basket for the layup.
The key word was little. Long shot off the back rim. Fight for the rebound there. Actually falls into Kasongo's range. She grabs it.
Man-to-man defense being exhibited by both teams to start the game. Beautiful pass.
Nice pass there from Hutchings. Fall with the shot. It's good.
You will probably see that again today.
And Beverly turns, puts up the shot. It's good. Over the 6'4" Fall. Quite a shot.
That's a confident shooter.
BB with the ball, brings it across, guarded by Hicks. Little crossover, back and forth. Backdoor cut by Chom, up and in.
Great ball fake, identification of the open player. The pass was delivered on time in the right place, and score it.
It's like the effectiveness right now and the efficiency is just right at the top. This is a peak game right here, national championship. I don't see the nerves as they came out playing errorless ball right now. Blocked there by Fall. BB comes the other way across half court. Down the left-hand side, Chom, Fall. She'll probably put up the three. Off the back rim, Brown over to Vodiska. She outruns her team. Turns, passes it back to Hicks, drives through the lane, pass to Brown, and it's good.
That's beautiful. You draw the defense to yourself, kick the ball down to the open player. Good execution.
Hutchings, quick crossover there against Vodiska. Underneath, let's see, it's going to be an offensive foul on Fall.
Came over and helped out on the backside. Drew the charge. We go the other way.
Fall is just like the game we just saw. She's a key person on this team, does not want to get in foul trouble. And California Baptist, a very balanced team. So looking back at some of the games, they've had as many as 4 players in double figures. And not always the same 4. Same with Southern Nazarene, pretty balanced, but Fall obviously a dominant player. Simone Holmes now with the ball outside. 12 on the shot clock, 16:49 running clock, 10-9. Spin by Hicks. Beebe was right there. Fall now blocks it, and a foul. And Fall can't believe it.
Mariah Hicks went after that ball, didn't give up on it.
I see now.
Her own missed shot.
I'm sorry, we had to have somebody in the bottom slot. Go ahead. Got real quiet there. Hicks puts it in. Now I was just saying the defensive team in that situation has to have someone in the lower block, and Fall had walked off a little bit upset about the call.
Well, they get all that straightened out now for the second free throw.
And shots in. Fall actually out of the game right now.
Token pressure now, extending the man-to-man defense.
Hutchings, great move there. Puts up the shot off the back rim. Holmes comes down with it. Coming the other way. Chalm cuts her off. Picks the ball up. Pressure on both sides. Her foot's in the lane. There's no 3-second call.
Both teams satisfied with making it one pass and then shooting. Let's see if they don't get into their offenses a little more as we settle into the game.
Hutchings guarded by Vodiska. Looks to Chalm. That ball is stolen by Holmes, who is so quick. Puts it up. Vodiska there to follow. She misses as well. 0 for 2 on the fast break. Hutchings coming the other way. Chalm. Shot from the outside. Kasongo brings it up. Pass to Chalm again. A lot of speed. Up, and it's off of Amy Brown. It'll be Milster did check in for Fall because that would have been her second foul. I'm looking up on our screen, and it's hard to follow the scoreboard sometimes because the only live stats we get are those players in the game. But Fall is getting ready to check back in, just realizing, as a travel is called, that she cannot foul anymore.
Kasongo tried to make a move in the paint there, but I applaud the effort of trying to pound the ball inside where Southern Nazarene has a decided height advantage.
And on the other side, they've got the 2-3 zone going.
That's a man-to-man now.
Let's switch to man-to-man. Set up like a 2-3, and then they switch. Kind of bait the offense a little bit. Kind of a sagging man-to-man on the away from the ball. Vodiska fake to the right, now drives left, puts it up and under. And Fall with a long pass, but batted around. Nice pass underneath as Chalm looked like she was going to shoot. Passed it on into Kasongo. Ties the game at 8-all.
Kasongo broke open underneath the basket. Great recognition of that. Quick pass inside for the layup.
And now we'll talk about today's championships are being brought to you by Christ in Youth. Christ in Youth amplifying Christ's call on students' lives to be kingdom workers at home, in the community, and around the world. Visit CIY.com. So anything unusual that you're seeing so far?
I'm kind of surprised at the settling for the outside shot so early. I guess both teams would like to get out to an early lead and trying to do that with the three. Seems to me that Southern Nazarene has a strong inside presence, and they should exploit that down low.
Well, you have a couple of great three-point shooters here from both teams. I guess you'd say Amy Brown from down Australia. She can hit the outside shot, and we may see that right here. She gets the ball at the top of the key over to Vodiska. Passes around, trying to get Beverly open on the inside. And they're going to get a foul on Fall. That's going to be her third. Oh, it's her second.
She's working hard on Beverly. Beverly is so strong down low, so scrappy.
I thought she had a charging foul down here.
I don't think she was in the game then.
Right off the bat, very beginning of the game.
I'll have to do a little work on that.
14:41, 8-8. So 2 fouls. And California Baptist coach, I think, is asking the same question I am. That there should be 3 on her. Drives across. Bodiska now coming the other way. I'm sorry, Hicks.
Hicks did a great
Simone
job
Holmes.
the ball there. That's the way to run the break. Good angles coming in from the sides, present themselves for the pass, and the layup. Count it.
Milster with the ball, coming the other way. Also a good 3-point shooter. O'Shields now checks in. Beebe with the ball. Over to O'Shields. Pass down low. Didn't get there. Milster picks it up, brings it around. The foul called there. I believe it's going to be on Beverly.
That ball was ping-ponging around on the inside. An errant pass tipped away, recovered by Southern Nazarene. Milster ended up with it, fouled underneath, and to the line she goes.
He's counting out the fouls right now, showing them to the referee. There was a charge. There was a blocking foul on a shot, and then there was a foul when they tried to bring the ball in on defense.
You may well be right. That would be a huge development.
It's almost like the broken foot for the UCLA player at the end of their game where he had to. So they're all checking all this information out right now. Well, nobody knows this except me and the other coach apparently.
Or the other coach and I.
Would that be the other coach and I? Nobody knows this but I.
I know this, and the coach knows this.
Well, we could go back on the video, but
English professors out there, would you please tweet us and let us know?
Yeah, let us know. It's at Turbo Sports #NCCAA.
Me and the other coach. Come now.
Yes. Well, that's why they took Fall out of the game when she had 2 fouls. She actually went over and took herself out of the game because she knew she had 2 fouls. She came back in, got the 3rd foul, and now the discrepancy. I guess we just need to talk about other things.
Sports video is not available to them. What a shame, because that would be the definitive evidence that would solve this mystery.
Now the coach is going to go crazy here because he's going to say that they can't change it.
I'm thinking the head coaches should arm wrestle at the scorer's table.
This is the national championship. It's a shame that the controversy like this kicks in at this level. And
well, unfortunately, someone lost track of that 1 foul.
Well,
so here we are.
And if the referees made that mistake, then they probably, I don't know if that's a correctable error. That's the next question you go to. So as the referees gather, and they've got to decide in the rule book, there are correctable errors and there are errors that you cannot correct. There are, you can correct the score. You can correct other.
Well, the referees should not be the ones keeping track of the fouls. The scorebook keeper should have track of fouls. This should be reviewable in the scorebook.
I will guarantee you that both of these benches are keeping all the fouls on the sideline. That assistant coach that he has is keeping track of every foul. Those assistant coaches are keeping track of every foul.
I wonder if there's a little erasure in the Southern Nazarene University book.
All right, back out front. Simone Holmes puts it up and hits 3.
That was an uncontested 3. A good time to take that shot. No pressure on her. She takes the open shot and drains it.
And we're going to find out here later when Fall checks back in if she has the 2 or the 3. O'Shields puts up a 3 off the back rim. Bodiska comes down with it, 13:25 with a running clock. Pass outside, stolen by Beebe. 2-on-1. Coming from behind is Hicks, and she's called for the hold.
Beebe stepped into the passing lane, intercepted that pass like a good cornerback, and off she went.
And the referees now in position for the next play. O'Shields O'Shields kicks it back out front to Chalm. Drives down the right side, puts it up. And it's a foul. Let's see who the foul is on here. On Lodiska. Checking in is Workman, Megan Workman. O'Shields in the game, the 5'7" senior for Southern Nazarene, as well as Kristen Milster, 5'10" junior. Checking in for California Baptist is 23, Megan Workman, 5'11" senior from Bowie, Texas. Milster puts up the shot.
That was deflected.
Might have been deflected, we'll see. It's going to stay this way.
The official recognized the block. The ball went out of bounds.
And
It stays with Southern Nazarene.
Not quite as vocal a crowd as we had for the men's championship, but still they're getting there.
It'll get more exciting
as we go. 8 on the shot clock. O'Shields drives around, misses the rim, so the clock doesn't reset. And Kasongo picks it up, puts it back in.
Kasongo stayed with that, already had position, didn't surrender it, stayed with it, got it, put it back in.
Lodiska drives down. They're now getting into it a little bit, and excitement on the side where the fans are. Qualls checking in.
Mariah Hicks penetrated deep into the defense. A hand came in. It could have been a held ball, could have been a travel. The official called the foul on the play.
4 corners on the lane, screen set. Hicks is open, gets the ball. Now feeds it into Qualls. She puts up the little baby hook, I guess you'd say, and it comes out. O'Shields back out to Chalm. BB puts up the long 3 off the back rim, long rebound. Simone Holmes up for it. It's now a one-on-one as she broke through. The defense just didn't get back.
Beautiful job with the left hand cutting through the lane.
BB now to Kasongo, top of the key. A lot of spin on that one. Little short. Hicks comes.
2 times the offense has run very quickly. First shot open, they've been taking it.
Brown to Workman, now to Holmes. Looks on the inside. There's Qualls. Feeds it inside, in the lane, up and in.
Qualls is onto something there. That little spin over the top and a little baby hook.
17-12 your score, 11:29 on the clock. Pass to Milster, a lot of contact. Kicks it back out to Kasongo, shots up and in.
That was a very flat shot. Found the mark.
A nice shot, almost a machine-like rhythm just to put it in. Here comes Workman now with the ball, back out front to Brown. Holmes with the ball. Brown puts up the 3 off the front rim. She follows it in. Nobody's there.
No one moved. It was like everyone was frozen in time.
And coach is going to have a little chat with his team about that.
That was bizarre.
I mean, that was it was as if time had frozen. Nobody moved.
No one moved a muscle.
So, once again, our national championship games here are brought to you by Christ in Youth. CIY, amplifying Christ's call on students' lives to be kingdom workers at home, in the community, and around the world. Visit CIY.com. 10:58 to go. The timeout called there by Coach Derek Doris. I'm not sure if we recognized Coach Doris as the head coach. Heather McNutt, Rachel Jansen, the assistants for Southern Nazarene.
19-14 game now with just under 11 minutes left in the first half.
I don't think that'll happen again after that timeout. He probably had a few choice words to his team. Kasongo gets Qualls in the air. O'Shields works it around, puts it up. Kasongo kicks it out. Chalm over to O'Shields. She's wide open for 3 and puts it in. 19-17, back within 2.
Give credit to Kasongo for keeping that ball alive and the offensive possession for Southern Nazarene. Good for the 3.
Holmes, tough shot down line, but Qualls is there with the rebound. Bodiska cleans it up, almost puts it in. Qualls now loses it to BB. Beebe the other way, racing down the floor, kicks it back out to Milster. She puts up the three off the rim, and Vodiska with the rebound. Rushing down the court, going past the defenders. Spins into the lane, up and in. Nice move.
Spin move right around her defender, dismiss the defender for the layup.
And Beebe coming the other way. Bad pass there. Vodiska gets it up to Hicks. Easy layup. But Vodiska was there just in case it missed. And the Southern Nazarene team is not even coming back.
6-point lead now for California Baptist.
See, Ashley Hutchings getting ready to check in. Speedster out front. That'll add some speed. Lost the control.
Double dribble right there.
Qualls gets it. Hicks comes down with it. Calls back for the help. Vodiska there. Back to Hicks. 20 seconds, 9:07 on the running clock, 15 on the shot clock.
Man-to-man defense.
Vodiska spins, kicks it out to Hicks. And that's going to be a held ball, I think. No, a timeout is called. Called by the Crimson Storm. 23-17, 6-point lead.
We can't underestimate, we can't overestimate how much it means that Amanita Fall is not in this game at the moment. Her presence on the inside, her ability to go to the ball, to capture rebounds, to be an inside presence on the offensive end, it's just not there while she's out of the game, and you just can't make up for that. So we'll see how long the coach is going to keep her out. He may have to keep her out for the first half, and we'll have to wait and see if SNU can hang around and put a little run together in the second half.
Well, SNU, if they get their full implement of players out there,
or complement for that matter,
if they implement that complement, they'll be they'll be on track. We've seen these teams and Southern Nazarene. This may be the first time that they've really been behind in any of these games, because with Union, they ran out to such a big lead in the first half.
yes,
The only time Union caught up was when they tied the game, and we went into overtime, and Southern Nazarene then pulled ahead. May have been a 1 or 2 point difference at one point, but
with 8:47 left in the first half, a 6-point lead now for California Baptist. Not insurmountable by any means. Just a little warning sign, a little red flag that Southern Nazarene needs to get their offensive act together.
and the referee ready to administer the inbounds pass. Comes in, the press is on now. California Baptist. Chom throws it down to Kasongo. All these players are great ball handlers. And Hutchings has checked in now. That's going to add a lot of speed, energy. Puts that shot up, and rebound not there as Holmes brings it down. Hicks looks up. On the left-hand side now, pass into Qualls. Ball on the floor. It's going to be a held ball or a timeout. Now another timeout called this time by California Baptist.
They did a great job of corralling the ball, calling the timeout there. Great hustle play. We're seeing the girls really hustle all over the court today. But this is the national championship.
This is it. This is it. And these teams, actually the teams playing today for the third place games and the first place games had yesterday off. They had a day to maybe go out and shoot a little bit, relax some at the pool, and then come out here refreshed, ready to play.
John, Michaela Qualls she's a presence inside. She's a dominant player, posting up well, getting the ball inside where she wants to get it. She's been spinning each time into the paint. If she could add to her game a spin back the other way toward the baseline, I think she'd be much more deceptive and a much tougher player. Something to work on maybe in the offseason.
Four-way spread across the baseline. Ball brought into Jasmine Beverly. Beverly to Vodiska. Quick shot. And Ashley Hutchings comes down with it. Good pass down the floor to Chom. Shot up and in. Vodiska the other way.
Nice quick pass down the floor to the open player. And she knocks it down. Count it.
Odiska now to Workman. Workman up top there to Brown, puts up the shot. Nice shot in. Just
contested shot as well. The defender was right in her face, still managed to knock that one down.
Just inside the arc near the left elbow, she puts it in.
Still a 6-point game.
In the middle of the lane, Kasongo throws it back out to Milster. Drives down the lane, fadeaway jumper, and Workman comes up with the rebound. Hard to hit at that fadeaway. You're going to usually shoot it short.
Didn't quite have her legs underneath her, fading away on that one.
Bodiska with the ball. Ball over to Holmes. Now she takes a three and rattles it home.
There's no closeout on that. Why not take the shot? She's wide open. And she nailed it.
28-19.
Carving a little bit of a lead here. Now a 9-point lead for Cal Baptist.
Drive across. And the ball touched by Southern Nazarene. It'll go to California Baptist, the Lancers, the Lady Lancers, and the Crimson Storm.
Having a hard time in there.
California Baptist in the white uniforms, navy blue numbers and lettering. The Crimson Storm.
Man-to-man defense here.
Crimson Storm in the black with crimson letters and numbers. Picks them up man-to-man, and O'Shields on Holmes. Clock down to 5, shot clock.
Bit of a clear out.
Fight for the rebound. Brown throws it, but not far enough as Milster's there. Now she's trapped.
In the corner there.
And it's a held ball as the ball rolls across the floor.
Why is it the propensity of most players when they get the ball to dribble straight into a corner where you're much more apt to be trapped? You see it over and over and over again.
Maybe there's a thought of false security there.
Maybe so. That's near the coach. I'm not sure that's security.
It is not. Hutchings down the lane, puts it up, and gets fouled.
Hutchins bailed out on that play. I'm not sure that ball had a chance to go in. She's fouled. Be rewarded at the line with 2 shots.
Bodiska with 2, and that's 2 free throws for number 22.
4 fouls now on both teams.
Our scoreboard once again is not updating like it should. There we go.
Well, I can count more than 4 fouls, so my statement was inaccurate.
Well, I'm looking and seeing that number 22, it's not showing her in the game.
8-point game now.
Amy Brown with the ball, 28-20. Jasmine Beverly steps back. Now ball in the lane to Bodiska. Turns, puts it up. Put the wrong spin on it. Hutchings comes away. A good fight there. She grabs the ball, going the other way.
Bodiska and California are getting the ball inside the paint, close to the basket. They're not finishing around the basket, or they'd have an even bigger lead. They've missed probably 3 or 4 shots there.
And coming out of the game is Bodiska. Back in the game is Simone Holmes. So it's Bodiska, Workman, Brown, Beverly, and Holmes. Kasongo with the ball, tries to drive baseline. Hicks comes in to double team. Hutchings there, a little short on the shot. 3-on-2 break. And Hicks shoots it out to Workman. He puts up the 3 and hits it.
Beautiful recognition. Hicks didn't have the shot. Pass it out to the open 3 shooter, and she canned it.
Has a nice play, nice break. You know, oftentimes that player runs in there and charges or just makes
She went in under control, and it makes all the difference.
And a little bit of pressure, token pressure here. 5:11, now 5:09 running clock. 22 on the shot clock. O'Shields thinks about the 3, now puts it down to Milster. Workman with a foul and 1.
Milster showed quickness down there, got the ball, turned to the hoop. Canned it, fouled, will be rewarded now with the and 1.
And a correction over there at the PA Announcer getting the right call on the foul. That's important now, you know.
Couldn't have come at a better time for Southern Nazarene. That three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Here comes Simone Holmes, drives across. Ball down low to Beverly. Steps back, shots short. O'Shields in there.
May have
Hutchings
been
down with
partially
the ball.
deflected.
Oh my goodness, that was a head on the floor. That was Hutchings with the charge, but you're going to find out how tough Hicks is. That was
It looked
a
like
shot.
she hit her elbow and her head, but she's more worried about her elbow. She is a tough young lady.
Well, that may be why these players put that hair back like they do to
Well,
cushion
we've seen
that.
several take charges and hit their heads like that.
Yeah, violent speeds out there. And it goes off of one of the Crimson Storm, so it will be Lancer's ball.
I think that ticked off of number 4 time.
Workman now bringing the ball in. Passes into Beverly. Drives in the lane. Swoops up, and a good block this time from Kasongo. Beebe checks back in.
Emphatically dismissed.
And Chaum hits it from right in front of the bench.
We've been waiting for that to happen. She's the leading scorer on this team and a great three-point shooter, and she showed it there.
Long three-pointer. And Hicks drives through. Hesitates. And a carry. Too much hesitation. And the ball settled on her hand, and then she put it back down. A carry is called. The violation.
She did a little start and stop, little hiccup in her giddy up. Unfortunately, her hand went underneath the ball, and the call was made. Frankly, that could be called all the time.
Yes, it's every time there's a crossover with some of these guards, here's a pass out to BB.
It's like holding in football.
Checking in for Southern
Wide
Nazarene with
open.
a great pass is Marcia Durr. 5'6" and a senior. Started 16 games this season.
Milster, the beneficiary of that. Beautiful shot.
Hicks takes it all the way in, is fouled by Durr. Durr making an immediate impact with that assist. And now the foul. 31-28. Southern Nazarene back within 3.
Hicks doesn't look any worse for the wear after that little tumble at the other end. Took the ball to the hoop. Fouled hard. Now she's at the free throw line. Rewarded with 2 shots.
Couple dribbles. Shots in. Qualls checking in. Coming in for Brown.
With Beverly and Qualls now in the game, California is strong inside.
Actually, they probably have the advantage in height at this moment. Shots up and in. Let's see. Hicks now with 6. Simone Holmes now with 10 for California Baptist.
Let's see if the Crimson Storm can sustain their little run here.
Chaum
Excellent
to
interior
Kasongo.
passing.
Qualls is there just to pluck it out of the air. Another pass to Brown. Tries to go up. Ball was blocked. Beverly faces the basket, puts it up, and a nice shot. Fix that net.
I like the way Beverly extends her arm. She shoots the ball from as high, the highest point that she can get it. It's hard to block then. Young players sometimes tend to shoot from too low, and the ball is easily blocked. Not so with Beverly.
I'm not sure what we're waiting on. Here we go. Not sure what the delay was. I know we had to wait on the net to come down. Referee turns, and that's a nice pass. Foul underneath. Seen from out front. I guess out front. And
time on the jab step, went back door, got the pass on time. 2 defenders converged.
She's fouled, will be rewarded with 2 shots.
Qualls with that foul, her first. Both teams now in the bonus as well. Last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the first half.
Cuts the lead to 6. We'll try to trim it to 5 here. And she
Shots
does.
in. Very nice form, and Chom comes away with the 2 free throws. Umu Chom.
Chom.
Charming. Beverly down into Qualls, puts it up. That little hook almost made it.
She needs to take the ball to the basket, keep her shoulder into the defender, take the ball to the basket rather than move away from the basket.
Little spin there, and it goes off Durr.
I think once Qual has a few workout sessions, she's going to be a fantastic post player. Add a move or two to her arsenal.
Well, this is the offense here as Qual sets that screen. 2-3 zone right now. Simone Holmes with a shot. Beverly there, easy rebound.
Beverly runs it down. She's hustling all over the court.
Pass into Qualls. She spins and puts it up and in. Did what you said, I think.
Well done. Actually, she did the same thing. She needs to come back the other way. But it worked that time very well.
Here comes Durr, guarded by Hicks. Drives down the lane, runs into Qualls. Shot up and in. Kasongo likes that little baseline shot, about 10, 12 feet.
Seems very comfortable from that distance, and that's not an easy shot.
Got a minute 16 to go on the running clock.
5-point game.
And Jasmine Beverly gets the ball. That should be a travel.
She had Flintstone feet in the lane.
That's what it was.
With a minute left, 5-point game.
Down to 1 minute and 20 on the shot clock. Kasongo maintained balance, puts it in.
Beautiful move.
Hicks brings it down, dribbles with the left hand. Now to the right.
This appears to be a zone defense now, John.
Yeah, it's either a 1-2-2 or it's kind of a flex zone, 1-3-1. But they match up and fight for the rebound. Durr comes down with it with speed. Brown step for step with her. And Chom is open, ties the score.
No one identified Chom. It was too late to close out. She's too good a three-point shooter to let that happen. Time running down.
12 seconds here in the half, now 10. Pass inside. Double teamed over to Hicks. Brown puts up the shot from the corner. Not close, and it's going to be halftime before they can shoot the shot. And excitement on the Southern Nazarene. You would have thought they just won the game.
The Crimson Storm made a furious rally to close it to a tied game at halftime, 37-all.
And we're going to take our break right here. 15 minutes at halftime. Got a couple of videos we'll be showing you there.
What's difficult for California Baptist now is to consider that was done without Fall in the game. She's going to come back.